when the Prophet ﷺ was a fetus in his mother's womb, his father died. And his mother died when he was 6 years of age. And his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, who took care of him, died when he was 8 years of age. Tragedy after tragedy, only to indicate that no one will raise this child except Allah. No one will take care of him except Allah. And this is what Allah mentioned in the Quran, that His favor and blessing upon him, that He is the one who found him an orphan and took care of him. He, the one who found him poor and made him rich, and so forth. And we have to also highlight the fact that the Prophet ﷺ had never ever celebrated his own birthday, nor did his beloved close companions, whether while he was alive or after his death. They had never ever celebrated his birthday. Nor did the tabi'een, the best generation to come after the companions. Nor did the tabi'een. So if you look around, you will find that the vast majority of Muslims celebrate his birthday and feast on that particular day with innovations, with fabricated things, and sometimes with shirk. So is it permissible? If something that the Prophet did not do, alayhi salam, nor his companions, nor the tabi'een or tabi'at tabi'een, who dares to claim that this is a good sunnah when the religion was completed in the lifetime of the Prophet ﷺ? This is a clear innovation that Muslims should avoid. Moving on to his wet nurses. Why would anyone have a wet nurse when he has a mother? This was the norm with the elite families of Arabia, that once they give birth to their children, they give their children as infants to wet nurses from rural areas so that they can take them where outside of the cities, where the air is fresh, the food is clean, and they would learn proper Arabic that was not spoiled by different nations coming to their cities. And this happened with the Prophet ﷺ. And the Prophet ﷺ had two wet nurses. The first one was Thuwaybah, and she was the concubine or the slave woman of Abu Lahab, who is or was the uncle of the Prophet ﷺ, who died as a kafir and who was cursed by Allah in the Quran. And the second wet nurse was Halima as-Sa'diyah, and she was a hired wet nurse who came looking for an infant to take care of and did not find anyone suitable, because no one accepted to take Prophet Muhammad ﷺ due to him being an orphan. And women would take this child to breastfeed and take care of in order that his father would compensate them with gifts and money at the end of their mission. But with an orphan, who would do this? But at the end of the day, when everybody went back to their tribes successfully, she did not want to go empty-handed, so she accepted to take Prophet Muhammad alayhi as-salatu was-salam. And the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam had two brothers through his wet nurses. So he had Hamza, his own uncle, Hamza ibn Abdul Muttalib, was also the brother of the Prophet ﷺ through suckling, and Abu Salama, whom the Prophet ﷺ, after he died in Medina, married his wife, and his wife became the mother of the believers, Salama, as we will discuss later on, insha'Allah. There was an incident when the Prophet ﷺ was with Halima, and she was taking care of him in these rural areas with her tribe in Bani Sa'd, where he was playing with the children when he was about 4 years of age, when all of a sudden Jibril, the archangel, appeared, and he took the Prophet ﷺ and he cut his chest in an operation, taking his heart and washing it in Zamzam water in a bowl of gold, and then place it back again, and saw his chest again, fixed it, saying to him that this is the portion that Shaitan would have utilized from you. It was all gone, cleansed, and purified. Anas used to say, may Allah be pleased with him, I used to see the trace of this operation in the Prophet's chest. Of course, a 40-year-old child, this happening to him, and the children running to his wet nurse, his suckling mother, saying to her, your son has been killed. And she sees him with a pale face. She was afraid for his safety, and she did not want to take his responsibility. So she traveled and took him back to his mother when he was about 4 years of age. And this is all the time we have for today's class. Until we meet you in the third class, I leave you fi amanillah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.